Hey guys, what's up? It's Jules here for What Culture with my son Ewan, and if we're together it means only one thing, that we're probably going to be talking about Avengers or some sort of comic book stuff. Also, it's time for the news. Hit that jingle.
Looks like there's news a-brewing. Guess it's time for Jules and Ewan.
Yes, mate! And we're back in the room, and surprise, surprise, we are actually talking about comic book news. Well, comic book movie news at least. Or really comic book movie news that's been leaked thanks to a Toys R Us character profile.
Yes.
Because they basically the Toy Superstore, which is unfortunately closing its doors pretty soon.
I'm not over it.
I'm not. That was part of my childhood, was listening to that jingle at Christmas time. It's called Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us! Anyway, right, so they have released a character bio, which is to tie into the new line of toys that they're bringing out for the new Avengers film. And the character bios actually seem to suggest quite a lot behind the scenes that hasn't actually been revealed by the movie itself. So it's almost a bit like it's a bit of a leak, really. So we'll go through each and every one and see what it says about the state the MCU. Okay, do you want to hit us off?
Yeah, so first off, we got a little bit of an innocuous kind of little reveal, but that Spider-Man, because, you know, he's got the new suit.
Yep.
They teased it at the end of Homecoming. Leaks have subsequently shown that it is, in fact, based on the Iron Spider suit from the comics. He's got a little pointy, pissery thingies. Cool. He's now officially being called Iron Spider in all the merchandise. So
they are coming at us hard and fast with this. It was Spider-Man, now it's Iron Spider. You keep up or you fall behind. Yeah. So that's a kind of a natural progression. I was a bit. I thought that they would maybe toy with it more, of him being like, oh, I'll definitely wear this suit in it. But if they're just going to show him running with that, then it shows that time has passed. He's now adjusted to that. Big fan of that. Yeah. Then there was one for Thor. Now Thor is he's got no hammer no more, because that's obviously being
no hammer, no daddy,
being crusher-rude, and now he's using an axe instead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Yarnborn.
Yarnborn, that's it.
Yeah.
I always get these sort of Swedish.
Mjolnir, Yarnborn.
Yeah, you're the pronouncer, not me.
Yeah,
that's your pronouncer. The pronouncer. I enunciate your death. Anyway, so yeah, he's been listed as being unworthy. Now that's the thing that's been going on in his comic book line at the moment. As it stands, there's obviously that special edition that we reviewed a while back, where there was all the different types of Thors coming in. But does this suggest that they're leading up to somebody replacing him?
Yes, because the actual description says that he's still striving. I can't enunciate.
I've stolen your superpower.
Yeah, he's still striving to enunciate, to earn his worthiness.
Yes.
So that implies that obviously there were some parts in Ragnarok where he felt that he couldn't live up to the mantle of his father. He lost Mjolnir. That is a big thing in the comics, because for a while Jane Foster came in and basically took over as Thor. It's really, really good. You should read it. Obviously Natalie Portman is no longer involved in the franchise, but Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie, fine replacement there. Just saying.
A fine replacement.
And then there was also Thanos.
Yeah, now Thanos is still, the picture that they showed him is still without his full battle armor, which is understandable. I'm hoping that will be the big reveal in the movie. He's got a little space
tank top at the moment.
Yeah, but he likes the freedom of mobility. He's kind of like Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but on a space warring one. Hopefully.
Can I interest you in a stone in this trying time?
yeah. Interest you in a stone in this trying time. So basically, he's his thing is that he, according to his character bio, it suggests that he might be trying to save the universe.
Yes.
Now that's a really interesting point, because up until this faction, we've been thinking that everything that he's been doing is evil, that he's trying to enslave the world, as is his title of the Mad Titan. Yeah. You know, like it's kind of, if you label yourself that, you're not really going to be winning any Nobel Peace Prizes, are you? So, does this then suggest that he's going to do the classic thing of like, you fools, I'm trying to take over the world and control everyone because I need a massive army to stop that thing? Simon Miller! You need to stop him, Simon. Get out of it. Get out of it,
But yeah, like in the comics, the whole infatuation with getting the Infinity Stones came because he had the hots for Lady Death.
Yes, he does.
He's like obsessed with death. He loves death and dying. And,
who doesn't? I mean, we've all gone through that hot topic phase.
But now, if they're kind of maybe trying to spice things up, make him a bit of a morally ambiguous character that's not just, you know, a big purple rage monster, then...
If I'm honest, I would prefer if they did keep him as a purple rage monster, because I don't really see the point of having an enemy that's like... This isn't Naruto. Like, we're not literally just going to be like, oh, let's feel sorry for the giant guy who's destroying worlds. It doesn't happen. Yeah. Just keep him as a big bad, and then at the end, just be like, as his dying words is like, got him. got him, and then he dies, and then a giant monster thing comes out, and then they're like, oh shit, that's
I feel
Avengers
like
Act
that was
2
a
right there.
vision of what's going to happen in the future.
Got him! Yeah, just that. So yeah, that's his character bio.
Yes.
Now moving swiftly on to Captain America's one. His one is probably the least interesting. Nothing
Yeah.
really about it. He just says that he's been fighting crime, one clandestine
You'll know that
mission
as
at
well
a time.
if you've read the Italian comic, because he, Black Widow, and Falcon have been doing clandestine
Oh.
operations in Syria. They've been trying to stop illegal shipments of Shatari weaponry, which
Yep.
is a plot thread from Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's still avenging things just secretly.
With a slightly
Yeah.
smaller shield now.
With a slightly smaller shield, which
I think it looks cooler though.
Yeah,
To be honest,
little
like,
pointy boy thing.
It's quite.
Yeah.
It's very Wakanda design, isn't
Yes.
it? Very, very much
And then
so.
Black Widow is just there wasn't really much with
Well,
theirs. It was
no,
just,
the
yeah.
Black Widow one possibly has a bit to unravel for those who haven't sort of like been keeping up with the comic books. It said that she's now on the run again after the Avengers last mission.
Yes.
Now, does that mean that she's lost the support of the KGB sort of thing, her like Russian backers? Does it
yeah.
mean that she's like alienated from her own people? Not that we ever really saw support given by them in the first place. As a shadow operative, she didn't really have much in the way of friends taking her out for ball and biscuits. But is that a big deal? Maybe. I don't know. Just shows that once again, the heroes are being alienated by the world they are trying to protect.
That was very poignant, Jules.
Just like us.
Poignant.
The announcer, and come up with a special power for me. Down the
do
below. The presenter.
The
Literally,
presenter.
you can chuck me in front of anything and I'll colour commentate the shit out of it. Anyway, that's been the news today. As always, I've been Jules. This has been my son Ewan. Go down to the comments below and let us know what you thought about it. Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? And then when you finish doing that, go back to whatculture.com for more news and articles like this every goddamn day. And we'll speak to you soon. Because you've been awesome. I kind of flipped it up. That's what I'm doing. Reinventing myself. I've got a new character bio.
Twisting it like the character bios.
Yeah,
like,
man. My
you
new
know.
character bio is I'm not a